Michael, great to see you. Right. Were you shocked?
Good evening, mate. Yes, I was really, really shocked. I was out and about, and then my phone was going crazy with this news of Daniel leaving the football club after nearly 25 years, and it's quite remarkable when you look when he was employed and started his role as the chairman in 2001, where the football club was then and where it is now. It's remarkable how far he's taken it, and he's come under an awful lot of criticism over those years. It's been challenging at times, but I think when we reflect on it over the last 24 years, where this football club's been, European football for many, many years of that, Champions League football, and maybe he's just got to a point where he goes, I need some time for myself, because this football club will certainly have taken over his life. You look at the training centre, you look at the stadium, the work that he's gone into to have that success at the football club. And at the end of the season, when they won the Europa League against Manchester United, maybe that was a thought in his mind going, this is time for someone else to step into the reins.
Michael, it's interesting because you're very balanced and measured. The fans we've spoken to, they seem pretty happy that he's gone. They're not giving him credit. As you say, do you think in time they actually will?
With Daniel signed me in 2005, so I worked with him personally, and he has had awful lot of criticism. But you look at the money he spent, I think since it's 16 or 17th, the fourth biggest net spenders, and we all know football fans want success. Everyone wants that. And how do you get that? You win trophies. And, it was 17 years. I was there before the European win at the end of last season. We won the Carabao Cup in 2008. And it's way too long. They've been in plenty of semi-finals, few finals, and unfortunately just couldn't get over the line. So it was great for them last year. I know a lot of Tottenham Hotspur fans, and the joy that they had in beating Manchester United. No more so than Daniel Levy. He wanted that success, and I've said that can be the only reason I can really think. I mean, he's the only person who can answer this, because it was certainly out of the blue and a big surprise for me. But I think, when you reflect on it, where he's took this football club, like I said earlier, from 2001 to 2025, new stadium, new training centre, has he left the club in a better position? In my opinion, he has.
Do you think missing out on those key summer targets, Eza, Morgan, Gibbs, White, has made him think, I've had enough?
I'm not too sure, mate. I honestly aren't. I mean, there's been times before when he's been in the transfer window and he's missed out on players, and that's part and parcel of football. And I understand the fans' point of view, but it has been a business, and he's run it incredibly well. He's the players that he's brought through from the academy, and I just keep going back to where it's gone to in those 24 years, nearly 25 years. I think the club has moved forward. It has to be contesting for European Champions League football year in, year out. Yes, they've come up short in seasons, but they've always been challenging. And that, I think, for me, is progress. Now they have to be challenging for Premier League titles, but I still think that Tottenham Hotspur are a little way off that, and they have to accept it.
They are a way off, Michael, but doesn't it feel like they are on the cusp of doing some good stuff? Won a trophy last season, got a new manager in. Are you surprised at the timing of all of this?
Yeah, maybe a little bit, but Daniel's obviously thought, I'll get through the transfer window and help the club. And, Donna Cullen left in the summer. So there has been an awful lot of change at the football club. New manager coming in. Thomas Frank has had a great start. Obviously, losing to Bournemouth at the weekend was disappointing, but I think very, very good person to be in charge. Bigger fan of Thomas Frank. And like I've said, Daniel's now passed the reins over. As I say, there's been change in the summer, but it'll just continue and try and have more success. And Daniel, that's all I can think of, as I've said. He's got to the end of last season. He's thinking, I'm going to go out, helping this football club, leaving it in a better place, and also winning the Europa League and back in the Champions League.